Hello everyone, welcome back to Right Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial right here on this channel. So today's tutorial, I will be showing you how to go about this beautiful gown on the thumbnail. Okay, so we are going to drop the upper bodice of this gown down to the skirt part. So here you can see I have my basic bodice pattern, of which this is the center front and this is the shoulder line. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop your comment on the comment section and your suggestions as well. So here, this is my under bust, okay, point, and this is the waist line. So I've already made my vertical lines as usual. So we have a detailed video on how to make a basic bodice pattern right here. So once you are done making your basic bodice pattern, the first thing you are going to do is to divide your shoulder seam line from your natural neckline. Okay, your natural neckline, which is this neckline for the front, can be gotten using your bust circumference divided by 12. So once you have gotten that for width and for depth, all you are going to do is from this point you find the midpoint. So this is my midpoint, and on this midpoint I'm going to connect it down to the bust point. So that is the first thing you are going to do. So the next thing I love to do is to find the bust radius. From the bust point you take your bust radius. So I'm working with bust radius of 3.5. So I'll just keep marking the 3.5. Your bust radius is the difference between your bust point. From this point to this point I just measured now. So that gives you a guide on how to go about your necklines. Okay, so you don't have unnecessary exposure, or in case you want to make have an exposure as well. So this is your guideline, and you can also use this for your bustier as well. All right, so I've made this line. So I want to make my neckline. Okay, the neckline we have there is a Canoe neckline. We have a detailed video on how to make a good Canoe neckline. So but for this particular neckline, I'm just going to come in. Okay, I'm coming in by, I'm using this other part of my tape because I have an iron part that might not give me an accurate result. So from this I'm going in by 0.75, which is 3/4. And on this, on my natural neckline, I'll come down by 1.25. 1.25, which is 1 inch and 1/4. So I'll just use my pattern ruler if my pattern ruler will give me that exact Canoe neckline. So I'll just try my best to see if I can get that exact Canoe neckline with my pattern ruler. So you can see how I'm placing the pattern ruler for that exact Canoe neckline. So that is it, and I think we got what we want for that neckline. Okay, so the neckline is your choice. You can decide to, shaping it exactly as you want. All right, people, so after you have made the Canoe neckline, the next thing we want to make now, we want to start talking about the under bust. And I'm using a princess dart right here. Okay, so since I have a princess dart, the first thing I will do, from the tip of this line, I'm going to take my princess dart by taking the armhole circumference. Here I have 11.5, and the midline of 11.5 is what I have here as 5.25. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch for a perfect princess dart construction. So here I place my pattern ruler this way into the 1 inch. You can see how I placed my ruler. So I will come out by 0.75 and reconnect my 0.75 for my princess dart accommodation. So by the time we sew this curve, sometimes you have a shortage at this point. So once you have a shortage, all you need to do is to add an extension to accommodate it. Okay, if there's any little excess remaining, you can trim it off at the end of the day. So now I want to take my under bust contouring. So for my under bust contouring, I will come in from the center front as we have been doing on this channel. I'm taking my under bust circumference very, very firmly. Your under bust circumference on the body has to be taken firmly. Whatever you have, divide it by 4. So I divided mine by 4. I have 8.75. This is it. So I check what is remaining right there. I have 1.5. So my dart intake right here is 1 inch, 1.5. Okay, and my waist is 9. So I added 1.5. Okay. So this is my 1.5 of that intake. So from here, from this point, I'll go in by 0.25, and from here, I'll come out by 1.25, which is the part that is remaining. So I'll place my pattern ruler this way and allow it blend back. I'll also flip my ruler this way and allow it blend back. So that is how to contour your underbust. So people, we are going to stop here, and then we are going to, if you look at what we have on the thumbnail, that is not on the waist. There is an extension of that before the skirt is sewn at 2.5. So you have to extend your natural waist by 2.5. So I'll just measure 2.5 extension. I'll also measure right here 2.5 extension. So once I've gotten that extension, this is exactly where your skirt is going to be sewn. So that means you are going to fuse your skirt. Okay, just fuse your skirt. So I'll just make this I'll just do this. You can see what I'm doing, and extend, because the joining of that skirt is not on the natural waist, rather is on the lower waist. So I added 2.5 from the natural waist, so you'll be able to have that exact fit. So once that is done, the next thing we are going to do now, we will connect this. Instead of connecting this to this point, we are going to do